I had a small sense of what leadership was after that first meeting. What I knew about the leadership crew as a whole, I learned the perspective of
leadership is being able to step up and take charge, which is what the Leadership Academy taught us how to do.
Leadership is being courageous and having the courage to put other people on your back and just trudge through situations that other people wouldn't want to face. And also to listen to other people's opinions and ideas and incorporate it into the overall plan. So you have to be really strong and confident.
I learned that leadership is being more than just a leader. It is being someone who is in charge, but being respectful, and the way you portray yourself is really important, and the way people look up to you is important as well.
I learned that there was more to being a leader than what's expected. It's not just putting on the brave face, but it's also like standing up for those who are voiceless and just being, again, a voice for those who may be too afraid to speak out for themselves.
I learned that there are people who are going to want to take charge, and there's other people who don't want to take charge, but they'll actually give information. It shows that there's different personalities and different types of leaders within everyone.
I learned to have a plan after college, to set goals, to have something to look towards when I get finished, not just sit back and go through the process, but I actually have a plan.
It really led me to question what leadership is to me, and it really kind of drew my attention to how I am a leader on a daily basis and how I can grow as a leader.
Leadership Academy benefited me because it's helped me actually come out of my shell and actually be a leader in different ways than I was in high school.
Leaders need to be good at communicating, and that's something that I have to work on because I'm really shy and quiet, so I have to work on that.
Really, you realize what your priorities are as far as your family, your academics, your career goals and such, and really what you take seriously in life and where you want to be in the future.
I realized that most of my stress was coming from me not managing my time very well. I learned how to manage my time a little bit better. I still have stress, but because you cannot make a change like that, it takes time. So learning how to manage your time is one of the first things to get there, and yeah, I've been managing my time a little bit better and things are going fine.
I guess I learned that everyone sees values in a leader differently. Like when we made the picture on the wall, everyone kind of had their own input, and it kind of brought all the basic values of a leader together as a whole for everyone to see.
It taught me to actually take time out to set goals, to set a time, to have a time management, and to try to stick to it instead of deferring from it or not going through with it at all. I learned to just set goals. Don't be afraid to set goals and try to achieve them. If you don't achieve all of them, at least you attempt it to try, at least try.
That everybody communicates differently, and you might have to change the way you communicate to get your point across to other people.
The goal setting was actually my favorite because you get to set different types of goals. You taught us that setting goals are important. You try to follow through on them. And not only should you set goals, but you should set short-term and long-term goals, and I've never done that.
That was a great way to get us all to work as a team, but also work opposite each other. It was great to see how people had different strengths and different weaknesses.
Really clarifying my vision and setting effective goals allowed me to really get a better idea of where I wanted to be in the next 5 years, and also to really hone in on where I wanted to be far in the future, when I'm 50. And I found that really beneficial because it's really easy to kind of, just kind of pass that by in the midst of the craziness of life. So it was really beneficial to just kind of hone in on where I want to be in the future.
Really working together and strategizing. I think with our group, we should have strategized a little bit better, but setting a goal at the beginning and then working together through that goal really helps. It's likely that you'll get the work done faster and more efficiently.
Time management actually taught me to not always say yes. My problem is always saying yes. I have a huge problem with saying that. Now that after that session that we had, I tried to say no more. I also try to write down a schedule scheduling is my biggest thing because I never carry around papers or anything. I try to schedule things on my phone, and sometimes I don't get to do it.
We did different activities to figure out what we defined as leadership. So we kind of made our own pathway to discovering what we thought a leader really was.
We communicated effectively, we knew what each other wanted, and it was just really smooth. And I think what I took from that is we really have to communicate beforehand and during as much as possible to get everything done orderly and in a good fashion. So.
During public speaking, I learned that you shouldn't be nervous. Try to always practice as much as you can, because practice does make perfect. And if you need to take notes, little notes on note cards, not full paragraphs like you would show on a visual aid if you had to read it word for word. So.
Leadership is being courageous and having the courage to put other people on your back and just trudge through situations that other people wouldn't want to face. And also to listen to other people's opinions and ideas and incorporate it into the overall plan. So they have to be really strong and confident.
It takes a great leader to know that sometimes you have to take a step back and let someone else lead.
You should be careful with what you say on social networking or television, because it can influence your followers.
It was so incredible to see how this challenge particularly really brought us together as a team. And it really gave us a valuable opportunity to implement the qualities of leadership that we learn about and we discuss and we value in a real life situation. It was a very incredible learning experience.
Just do it. It's a great opportunity. It's a great way to meet amazing people I wouldn't have met otherwise.
Do it. Because I think it's really beneficial. Like, you learn a lot of stuff and you meet a lot of people, and I have a lot of new friends because of it, and it helped me open up more. I really invite you to join leadership program, because it'll help you with your future, it'll make you a better person, and it'll make you a better leader.
I think it's important to get involved, and I think that being a member of Leadership Academy can help you meet people, not just students, but also faculty members and staff, and that can be helpful in the long run. If you need recommendations or anything to do with your resume and future, whatever you're doing with your future, you can use them at your advantage.
Enjoy it while you can, make as many friends as possible, learn about each other, and don't wait till the last minute to do things.
Participate in everything so that you could get the most out of the experience, because if you don't participate in everything, then you don't really get to be with everyone as much as they are with each other, so then you kind of lose what it's really about.
He actually taught me to try to go along with my nonverbals, try to keep my body language straight, don't seem nervous. He also taught me what to say when they ask certain questions that I don't know the answer to. It was pretty informing.
I think this will be a good fall. How did the job interview go?
The job interview went pretty well. At first I was kind of nervous because I didn't want to go. It was all the way in DC, and I didn't want to go, but Judd actually talked me into going, and it actually went pretty well. I got the job.